Hi there, welcome back to the Rare Book Views channel where I take a little time out of my busy day and just focus on books. And I love it, so thank you for joining me. If you love books or reading or libraries or book shopping, this might be the place for you. So do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and let me know what you think. I am always looking for suggestions. Today, I am excited to tell you a little bit about Julia Child and the books about her, because I just watched the HBO series and it's just so lovely. And I know some other people that watched it and enjoyed it, so I have Julia on the brain. That series is just called Julia. It's pretty good. It's very positive. I found it not stressful to watch, which is difficult to find these days. So I enjoyed it immensely, and you can see a little bit about Julia's career in public television, how she got started, bringing French cooking to all of us. And it is delightful. I am a child of the 80s, so I grew up knowing exactly who Julia Child was. I'm sure my mother watched the shows, but never attempted to cook anything featured on them. She was not that kind of chef. But I think she enjoyed Julia Child. I think many people did. And she is also really fun to read about. But I actually do have her books. So I got these at used book sales, clearly. I paid about $3 to $5 for these, but I am happy to show you. They're really nice. These are the originals with the original dust jackets. The first book came out in 1961. This is a 1969 edition, and I'll show you what the copyright page looks like. So if you're ever looking for a copy, you can see that these all are very clearly, they explain what edition they are. So this one actually says that it was published in 1961. This is the 18th printing, 1969. But on the title page, they also give you the date. So you're looking for 1961. This one says very largely, it's 1969. I'm fine with it. It has the dust jacket. This is a little hard to find. They come in varying degrees of decay, because imagine this is a 50-year-old book and people cooked in close proximity to the book. So the dust jacket does not always survive. It is nice to have a copy with the original price, not clipped off. It was $10. And then, great news, because if you can't find a dust jacket copy, the cover of the book is just so cute. It's so French. I just love it. This probably on, say, eBay, anywhere from $20 to $50 with the dust jacket. It really depends what edition it is, what printing it is, and how passionate people feel at the moment. So just like the stock market, it comes and goes, and if you get a couple people arguing over one copy, they'll go up pretty high. Now, if you watch the series or you know about Julia, you know it took her a few years to write the second volume, though it is in the same format. This one is a little bit crisper because the second one, it's later. So it's a slightly easier to find. 1970. This is a stated first edition. So that's how you would know if you were buying it, what edition it is. It just says on the copyright page. If you are passionate about it and you want a first edition, you want it to say first edition. It is, they do have these great illustrations of the various foods in them. And it is written in a way that a regular person could follow them. I'm trying to find you a good, illustrations are pretty good. So you can follow it. I did a fun girl weekend with a friend of mine who also enjoys the Julia movies, and we made the beef bourguignon, and it was a challenge and an epic adventure. This is not a short, quick, easy dish, and I think probably is reflective of her cooking, so you do need to set aside some time. I did the shopping way in advance, and my grocery store did not have all the ingredients, so we had to get a little, just regular onions, not the special ones, that kind of thing. It does take a lot of time, but it is fun if you're just doing it as the experience and not to make dinner. But I am not a talented French chef. But I love just Julia Child and her positivity and her good outlook and trying to do something good. I also have a copy of, I read this in paperback. Why don't I have a hard copy? I'm gonna have to look for that. Julia Child, My Life in France. This is fascinating. This is about how she ended up living in France and learning to be a French chef and what that was like. It's lovely. I recommend it highly. And then, if you really want to know about Julia Child, this is fantastic. This author, she has written other books about famous authors who worked in some kind of government secret capacity. This one is about Julia Child and her husband, and it does give a lot of backstory. So if you enjoyed the Julia movie or you just like Julia Child, this is a lot about their civil service during the war and what kinds of things they were doing for OSS. And it's very detailed, so it's a lot, but it's very enjoyable. I think this is a great book. You can get a used copy of this pretty easily online, and it would not be expensive, and it is lovely. I'm sure the library might have it. It's a little obscure. In 2009, way back, there was the movie Julia and Julia, which is about a regular woman who decides to make all the Julia Child recipes. It is a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I heard, though, that Julia Child did not. I don't know what to say about that. The book, again, I have the paperback. Why do I have the paperback? Great for traveling. The book is also really fun. It is pretty true to the movie. There's not a ton in here that is not in the movie, so one or the other, I would say. If you love Julia Child and you love reading about them, there are some more biographies about Julia that are good. These are just my favorites that I actually have shelf space for. I also, if you enjoy the chef book genre, this author I think is really, really fun. She was a restaurant reviewer, and her books are just very readable and relatable and enjoyable, and also low stress. So this one is about when she reviewed restaurants and how she would sort of work up a disguise, because apparently there were pictures of her in restaurants that if this person comes, alert the staff. And so she would make up personas and pretend to be someone else when she went to restaurants. It is hilarious and lovely, and I think it is really fun. If you have read Ruth Reichel, let me know if you think any of her other books or any of her other stuff would be good to read, or if there's anything I missed. And if you have read Julia Child books, if there's any others that I should read, please tell me, because I just think she's super fun. And if you enjoyed the movies, let me know if you're interested in the cookbooks and if you're looking for them. I think that you could find them, and if you're patient, you could probably get a bargain. They are fun to have. And if you have cooked these recipes, I want to know about it. Should I give it another try? Should I try to make more things? Is there a recipe that would be better than the challenging main dish? Let me know what you're reading. And as always, thank you for watching, and happy reading.